Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into Embrace Your Fire, a guide to finding and living your passion by Lingopediamagazin. This book is kind of like having a personal roadmap to help you figure out what really lights you up and then how to actually build a life around that.
You know, it's so interesting how the book really emphasizes self-discovery as like the foundation for this whole journey, because it's not just about finding a job you enjoy. It's more about, really understanding your core values and connecting with your spirituality and even like practicing self-appreciation.
Yeah, it's like you need to build a really solid foundation before you even think about, the walls and the roof. Speaking of foundations, I'm curious about the book's take on connecting with your spirituality.
Well, the book actually approaches spirituality in a way that's really inclusive. It's not about any specific religion. It's more about finding those things that ground you and give you a sense of purpose, that connection to something bigger than yourself.
I like that. And it encourages self-love, too. There's this exercise called the little self-love, where you actually write down things you genuinely appreciate about yourself. Have you found that this kind of self-reflection can be helpful, for people who are just kind of starting their journey of self-discovery?
Absolutely. It's so easy to get caught up in self-doubt, especially when you're trying to, figure out your passions. So
Yeah.
this exercise really helps to shift the focus to your strengths and like the unique qualities that make you you.
It makes you you. That's a great point. So you've laid this groundwork of self-discovery, right?
Yeah.
Understanding your values and appreciating yourself. Where does the book kind of take us next?
This is where it gets really exciting. It delves into the power of visualization, but it's not just like daydreaming. It's about vividly imagining your ideal future, like engaging all your senses. The book calls this your passionate future.
Passionate future. I like that. Okay, paint a picture for me. What does visualizing your passionate future actually look like?
So imagine yourself like 5 years from now, right? Living a life that actually reflects your passions. What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? And the book really encourages you to get super specific. Like, what do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? Even taste, right? Are you surrounded by nature? Are you creating something? Are you leading a team?
Wow. That's a really powerful exercise. I can see how that would help you kind of connect with your desires on like a much deeper level. But what about people who maybe struggle with visualization? Are there any other ways to sort of tap into those desires?
Absolutely. The book provides like a whole range of exercises to help you identify your passions. One question it asks, and I love this one, is if you were financially free to retire a year from now, what would you dedicate your time to?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. That really makes you think about what you'd do if limitations were suddenly removed. It reminds me of Affirmifyjourney on YouTube. If you're looking for a little extra motivation on your journey, I highly recommend checking them out. But getting back to the book, how does it guide you once you've sort of identified those deeper desires?
Well, it guides you to really explore your life purpose by reflecting on past experiences. What moments in your life have made you feel truly alive or fulfilled or just excited? Because these moments often hold clues about what really resonates with you.
So it's like looking for patterns in your past to uncover clues about your future.
Exactly. And speaking of the future, the book doesn't just stop at exploration. It helps you come up with a plan to turn those aspirations into reality.
That's where the rubber meets the road, right? It's one thing to dream, it's another to actually take steps to make those dreams happen. So what kind of practical tools does the book offer for turning those aspirations into action?
One of the techniques it introduces is called the 3-6-9 method. It involves repeatedly writing down your goals and visualizing them. It's like a manifestation technique designed to help you align your thoughts and actions with your desires.
So you're essentially embedding these desires in your subconscious mind, making them feel more real and achievable. Is there like a specific way to do this 3-6-9 method?
Yeah. The book goes into detail about the process, but the key is the combination of writing and visualization. You write your goals down multiple times, each time adding more detail, and really focusing on the emotions you'll feel when you achieve them. It's a really powerful way to kind of impress those goals on your subconscious mind.
I'm starting to see why this book is called Embrace Your Fire. It's about more than just identifying your passions. It's about actively cultivating that fire and taking intentional steps to make those passions a reality.
Exactly. And speaking of cultivating that fire, another tool the book provides is creating personal affirmations. Those are short, positive statements that reinforce a positive mindset and attract positive energy.
For example, you might write an affirmation like, I am worthy of success and happiness, or I am constantly growing and evolving. Do you find that repeating these affirmations can actually make a difference?
Think of affirmations as a way to reprogram your subconscious mind. By repeatedly affirming these positive statements, you're basically rewiring your thought patterns to align with your desired outcomes. It's a subtle but really powerful shift in mindset.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like planting seeds in your subconscious
Yeah.
and then nurturing those seeds with positive self-talk.
Exactly. And to help you personalize these affirmations and really connect with them, the book even includes a My 10 Affirmations worksheet.
I like that. So we've talked about self-discovery, visualization, manifestation techniques, and affirmations. It sounds like embrace your fire really covers a lot of ground.
Yeah.
But how does it bridge the gap between like the inner work and actually engaging with your passions in the real world?
Well, there's this great exercise called Explore the Passion. And the book encourages you to identify a field or industry that fascinates you and then take action. Research companies or organizations in that field, gather contact information, even reach out to professionals for like informational interviews.
So it's like taking your passion for a test drive, getting a firsthand glimpse into what a career in that area might actually look like. I love that it encourages you to go beyond just thinking about your passion and actually engage with it in a really tangible way.
And the book even provides guidance for those informational interviews. It has a whole list of questions to help you prepare, like asking about the realities of the job, the challenges, the highs and lows, you know, things that you might not get from just reading a job description.
That's so valuable. Yeah, it's easy to kind of romanticize a career without fully understanding what it entails day to day.
Yeah.
So you're not just exploring your passion internally, you're also gathering these real-world insights to inform your decisions.
It's a really holistic approach to exploration, blending introspection with practical action. And this exploration doesn't have to be limited to career paths. The book also encourages you to identify like your top 3 interests, things that excite you and make you feel energized.
So this could be like hobbies you're drawn to, subjects you enjoy reading about,
Yeah.
or just areas that spark your curiosity. It's about tapping into what genuinely lights you up, regardless of whether or not it leads to like a career or not.
Right. And the book encourages you to research those interests further. Find ways to connect with others who share them, even experiment with different ways to engage with them in your life.
I'm sensing a theme here. Introspection, action, and then more introspection based on those real-world experiences is like this continuous feedback loop,
Yeah.
refining your understanding of your passions as you go.
That's a great way to put it. And speaking of refinement, the book also guides you to explore your passions from a real-world perspective. Through a unique exercise called Explore the Passion, it guides you to identify a field or industry that really fascinates you, and then research companies or organizations in that field gather contact information, even reach out to professionals for like informational interviews.
Oh, so it's like you get to take your passion for a test drive, get like a firsthand glimpse of what a career in that area might actually look like.
Exactly. And the book provides like questions to help you prepare for these interviews, like encouraging you to ask about like the nitty-gritty, you know, the responsibilities, the challenge, even the things that people don't always talk about.
Oh, that's so important. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to get like starry-eyed about a career path without really understanding what it entails day to day.
Right. And then after each interview, you know, you take some time to reflect. Did the information align with your expectations? Did it spark any new questions? It's a process of continually refining your understanding.
This whole process of exploring your passion, it seems like so much more than just finding a job. It's about uncovering those things that truly make you feel alive and then figuring out how to weave them into your life.
You hit the nail on the head. Embrace your fire really emphasizes that finding your passion is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey.
Speaking of journeys, the book also delves into the importance of self-love and empowerment. It has this exercise called Creating the Life You Love, where it encourages you to identify areas of doubt and then explore ways to move forward.
Yeah, it's about recognizing those patterns of like self-sabotage or negative self-talk, and then actually taking steps to challenge those patterns. It asks these thought-provoking questions like, how often do you sacrifice your needs for what others want? Or do you frequently apologize for things that you don't need to apologize for?
Those questions can be tough to confront, but I can see how they would be crucial for understanding where you might be holding yourself back. It's like you're shining a light on those limiting beliefs and then figuring out how to break free from them.
Exactly, and this empowerment extends to other areas of your life too. The book has an exercise called Manifest Your Dream that guides you to set goals and visualize success in 5 key areas: your health, relationships, spirituality, finances, and mind.
It's like a blueprint for creating like a well-rounded and fulfilling life aligned with your deepest desires. Kind of reminds me of that visualization exercise we talked about earlier, envisioning your passionate future.
Absolutely. And for each of these 5 areas, the book encourages you to define your goals, visualize yourself achieving them, and then use affirmations to reinforce a positive mindset. It's about combining that inner work with tangible action in the real world.
So for example, if one of your goals is to improve your fitness, you wouldn't just visualize yourself working out. You would actually like implement a workout routine.
Precisely. It's about bridging that gap between intention and action. And the book provides guidance for each of these areas, whether it's tips for creating a budget, adopting a healthier diet, strengthening your relationships, deepening your spiritual practice.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Self-discovery, visualization, manifestation techniques, affirmations, exploring your passions in the real world, and even creating a plan for a more fulfilling life. Is there anything else that Embrace Your Fire touches on that we haven't discussed yet?
Well, there's one more element that I find particularly powerful, and that is the book's emphasis on cultivating gratitude and self-reflection through the 5 minutes journal technique.
Oh yes, I've heard of this technique. It's about taking just a few minutes each day to appreciate the good in your life and reflect on your experiences. So how does Embrace Your Fire kind of incorporate this practice?
Well, the book provides a weekly worksheet for the journal, prompting you to answer 3 key questions each day.
3 questions. I'm intrigued. What are the 3 questions?
The first one is, what am I grateful for today? It's simple, but it's a really powerful way to shift your focus to the positive and cultivate a sense of abundance.
I can see how that would be a great way to start the day. Reminding yourself of all the good things in your life. What's the second question?
The second question is, what is my affirmation for today? It's about bringing those personal affirmations that we talked about earlier into your daily life, keeping those positive statements top of mind.
So you're reinforcing those positive beliefs and intentions each day. I love that. What of the third question?
The third one is a bit different. It's, how could I have made today better?
That's an interesting one. It's not about like dwelling on negativity, is it?
Not at all. It's about reflecting on your day with an open mind and identifying areas where you could have perhaps made a different choice or approached a situation differently. It's about fostering a proactive mindset and constantly seeking ways to improve.
So it's more about learning and growth
Yeah.
than self-criticism.
Precisely. And it's a question that you can ask yourself in any area of your life, whether it's your relationships, your work, your health, your personal growth journey.
This 5 minutes journal technique seems like a fantastic way to end each day on a positive note, while still encouraging self-awareness and growth.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can continue doing long after you finish reading Embrace Your Fire, right?
Absolutely. It's a tool that you can incorporate into your daily routine to cultivate gratitude, mindfulness, self-reflection for years to come. It's like the reminder that you already have everything you need to actually embrace your fire, you know? It's about tapping into your inner resources, cultivating that self-belief, and then actually taking those first steps, even if they feel really small.
Yeah, it's like that saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And Embrace Your Fire really seems to provide like the map and the tools to help you navigate that journey.
Exactly. And it also acknowledges that the path isn't always going to be easy. You know, there will be moments of doubt, detours, maybe even a few wrong turns along the way.
Right. That's where the resilience and self-compassion that we talked about earlier really come in.
Yeah.
It's about giving yourself permission to make mistakes, to learn from them, and then keep moving forward.
Exactly. Embrace Your Fire is not about achieving some, state of perfection. It's about embracing the messiness of the journey and trusting that you have the strength and the wisdom to navigate it authentically.
And you don't have to go it alone either, right? The book emphasizes the importance of connecting with others, building supportive relationships, and seeking guidance when you need it.
Absolutely. It encourages you to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who inspire you, who challenge you to grow. Because let's face it, sometimes we need that little extra boost of encouragement from others to keep that fire burning bright.
Well said. You know, as we've been discussing Embrace Your Fire, I've been really struck by how this book seems to connect with so many of the themes we've explored in our previous deep dives. Like, it ties together so many important aspects of personal growth.
Yeah, that's a great observation. You know, the emphasis on self-awareness, mindfulness, and taking action definitely aligns with those principles that we've discussed, you know, in relation to achieving goals, building resilience, creating a more fulfilling life.
It's almost like Embrace Your Fire provides a framework for putting all of those principles into practice. And it reminds us that this journey of self-discovery is not a linear path, but rather like a spiral We might revisit certain themes or challenges at different stages of our lives, but each time we do, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our passions.
That's a beautiful way to think about it, a spiral of growth and self-discovery. And it really highlights the fact that embracing your fire is not like a destination. It's an ongoing process. It's about continually learning, evolving, and expanding your understanding of what truly lights you up.
Well, this deep dive has been such a rich exploration of Embrace Your Fire. I'm feeling really inspired to kind of revisit some of the exercises myself and see what new insights might emerge.
Me too. And I hope our listeners are feeling inspired as well.
If you're looking for some additional resources to support you on your journey, be sure to check out Lingopediamagazin.com. They have a fantastic selection of courses and ebooks that can really help you delve deeper into the topics we've discussed today.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into inspiring books and thought-provoking ideas.
And if this deep dive resonated with you, please share it with your friends, your family, or anyone who might benefit from these insights.
Your support really helps us reach more people who are on a similar journey of self-discovery.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing your fire.